we're so prepared, as you can tell.
Hello and welcome to a new series on the channel. As you can clearly see, this is a podcast. It is called the Six Cylinders Podcast. We are six of us, and unfortunately, one of us is not here right now. But you know me, I'm your host, Dimitar, and I'll introduce you now the other podcasters. First of all, we have Henry. Say hi to the public.
Hi.
Then we've got Dominic.
Hello, good evening.
After him is Rasmus. He's a car driver, if you don't know.
Yeah, I'm an average carter from Sweden. Just a regular guy from Twitter. No clue what I'm doing here, but I'm here.
And finally, we have Andy.
Yo.
So we can begin with the
Okay.
podcast, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys want to start with?
We can begin with the race start.
Race talk, maybe the race start.
Who wants to begin?
Well, the whole collision between Vettel, Verstappen, Raikkonen. Who was at fault? Who do you think was at fault?
I think Vettel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. It was just unnecessary because he's fighting on the world championship, and so he has to be a bit smarter.
He basically needs to do a Rosberg, like what he did last season. Like, be a bit, like, calmer.
Am I the only one who doesn't think that Sebastian was at fault here?
I
Yes.
think so. Yeah.
You are.
Well, I mean, Sebastian was a whole car ahead of Max. He had the right to, move ahead of him. And Verstappen started turning into Kimi before even Sebastian was, really close to him. So I don't think that he was at fault here.
Yeah, I get that as well, but then Seb did defend it really aggressively, and I don't know. I think it's Vettel's fault. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Vettel's fault because he swiped against Verstappen. Of course, Verstappen is gonna react. So he went to the left, and Kimi just came like a rocket ship, and it probably didn't see him coming up beside him. But the thing is, Vettel could not see Kimi beside Verstappen, and that's why he swiped. It was a bit unnecessary, but still. I take it as a racing incident.
Yeah.
But I think it was Lewis Hamilton who said it in an interview, I'm not quite sure, that Verstappen was also the blind spot of Vettel. I'm not really sure if that is true or not, but if it is,
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Yep.
I think he could see Verstappen, otherwise he wouldn't swipe like that.
yeah, but Vettel couldn't see Kimi,
Yeah, that's for sure.
and neither Kimi could see Sebastian at the moment of the incident,
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
But where should Verstappen go? I mean, he did brake a bit, and he did everything he could. I mean, he
Verstappen,
was just in a sandwich.
Verstappen, I think Verstappen wasn't at fault, at all, because he just reacted because of what Vettel did. So I think he's not at fault. He did his best. First, when I saw it, it looked like just Verstappen turned into him. Of course, I was a bit mad since I'm a Ferrari fan, but looking back at it, I think
It was a bit unreal when it happened at the moment.
yeah.
I screamed so loud.
I was just like, wow.
Wow.
Henrik was yelling of happiness because he's a Hamilton fan.
Of
Yeah.
course.
That is true.
The funny thing is, I told my dad, before the start, I promise, 3-car pileup at turn 1, and Verstappen is involved. I was right.
Four-car pileup, wasn't it? Because Alonso got involved too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because Vettel did get away from turn 1, so it was a 3-car.
Yeah, but then again, how did Vettel crash? I didn't understand after turn 3. Yeah, he did have damage, but it's like
The
snapped.
coolant
car
on
snapped.
his radiator came on his tire.
Basically, his left side pod was badly damaged, and he lost water pressure in the car. And I think I guess that's the reason why he spun out
Yeah.
and lost the car, and that's the reason he ultimately retired, I guess.
Agree.
Yeah, okay.
So, what's the next subject?
I haven't said my part yet.
Oh,
Let's do this.
Oh, you're here.
It was
why
a race.
isn't Ricardo able to catch Hamilton?
I read an article today that from Red Bull, from Christian Horner, who said that they were fearing a gearbox failure for Daniel, and that's why he slowed down and got caught by Bottas in the end.
But then again, Red Bull had the pace in dry when the track was rubbered in, but when the rain came down, the grip was all gone. So yeah, maybe that's the reason why.
So,
Ricardo also had 3 safety car opportunities where he got right behind Hamilton and still couldn't pass him. So
Yeah, he
The
was
base-
second behind,
Yeah.
I guess. Maybe because of the gearbox problems, he had to shift earlier, so he wasn't able to, really
Overrev the
get-
gears.
get nearer, close up.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think Mercedes had the better pace up during the race, though, not throughout the whole weekend.
Yeah, because it wasn't like much grip or anything. I think the Mercedes actually had better pace when it dried up, because the track wasn't fully like dry as you could see.
Mhm.
So, next topic.
So our next topic is about the failures in general, and I guess we could talk about the failures from this race and also maybe the failures about the leaders, Ferrari, Mercedes having a lot of engine components, maybe they get some penalties, some, I don't know, failures.
Yeah,
What's your opinion,
yeah,
guys?
probably.
Yeah, the failures in this race were, very high. So Palmer was 6. I
Yeah.
think that
Yeah, yeah.
says everything.
Can I just mention, moments of the race for me, Joey and Palmer going down the inside of Valtteri Bottas, magical.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was surreal.
The moment of the race for me was when Hamilton complained about the safety car, and there was a bloody car in the middle of the track.
His gesture. So sorry. Gesture. With his hands on his face because of the safety car, and it's too slow. Oh my god. And the car was on the track. So
This-
virtual
I
safety
saw
car
it.
or what?
Well, Ericsson's car was backwards and there was damage at this part of the track. And there was no vehicle that could get it out, of the track. So it's a safety car, no doubt about that, in my opinion at least.
Yeah.
And then the truck came on, and you're like, yeah, not virtual safety car. Yeah, right.
And the Mercedes have always something with their cars, like Bottas his drink bottle, he wasn't able to drink something in the race. I don't know what's going on with the Mercedes. Always there is something, like they say. To make-
I think Mercedes will have engine failure. The last engine, the last engine failure was in Spain for Bottas, and that was with his first engine, if you remember.
Yeah.
So I think,
Yeah, and Raikkonen tangled with Verstappen at Spain. Yeah, right.
yeah, as usual.
And it's Mercedes' 5th engine right now.
It's the fourth one. They introduced it at Spa, and because they're supposed to last 5 races,
Oh.
Yeah,
and there are more than 5 races remaining. So I think that Mercedes would probably get an engine penalty because they introduced their engines so early at Spa, and they don't have any other engines free.
well,
No,
Yeah,
Well-
because they have high-speed
Well,
races
burning
like
hurts
Spa
the
or
engine.
Monza.
the thing is that it's like power tracks that are left, which wears much on the engine. So I think the Mercedes will get the engine failure. I think it's guaranteed. One of them.
I just hope they remove these rules for the next year.
Do you know that the FIA actually wants to make it 3 engines per season and not 4?
nice.
That would ruin everything. Yeah,
But they're
yeah.
but they are
Everyone is complaining though, even the fans, and no one wants that. Even the drivers, the teams. No, no
You
one
remember
wants.
the Italian Grand Prix? There were so many engine penalties there. Like there was only one driver who started on his actual grid position.
Wasn't it Hamilton?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sainz qualified like 15th, had like 35 penalties
yeah, and
or something.
Sainz had a great
Oh,
result with P4.
Yeah.
Sainz had a great result, P4. That was just amazing. I wish he could have gotten the podium, but the Mercs are just
Another
too fast.
driver who I hoped to get to the podium was Hulkenberg, but unfortunately he had some sort of failure.
Yeah. I was really hoping, but Renault
Hydraulic
Renault-
failure.
and
That's,
they pitted him 2 times, I think, on the Inters.
Yes.
They-
Okay.
Yeah,
We need to talk about Sauber's strategy. Like, what were they doing?
Basically, Wehrlein started on wets. When everyone else pit for Inters, he didn't pit.
yeah.
And when the Inter guys pit for slicks, he pit for wets.
I don't know. If you want to be a good driver, you have to say, well, I come in, I want Inters, and he didn't do that. So I don't know if he get a cockpit next year.
Verline has probably lost his will to live because of Charles Leclerc and Giovinazzi.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
Basically, this just shows the lack of teams we have on the grid, because no one can take a driver as good as Pascal Wehrlein, who surely is one of the future stars of the sport, you know.
I think
Yeah,
he
we
doesn't fit in
We need like 2
F1.
teams more.
I think his driving style doesn't fit F1. I think he's more like suited to the DTM cars he was driving before.
Imagine Porsche coming to F1.
And Aston Martin.
Well, that leads us to
That would
another
be
topic
good,
for
yeah.
this podcast. Red Bull and Aston Martin, their partnership. There were rumors that Aston Martin might join
Yeah.
as in, you know, a sponsor to Red Bull, or maybe even an engine supplier. What's your thoughts on that, guys?
Hopefully
I think-
both.
I think they're a sponsor, not engine.
I think it's almost guaranteed because they said that we were breaking up with Renault. They're not going for Honda and what else was it?
Yeah, but isn't that the reason why they
And,
put Honda in the Toro Rosso? You know, if Honda gets it right, you know, then next year they might go with Honda.
But if Honda
Yeah,
improves, if Honda
but-
stays like this, they won't go for Honda.
Yes, but just imagine if Honda actually makes a good engine next year
Yeah.
and gets it right with Toro Rosso. And Red Bull will surely want to switch.
They won't. They've said that for
Then-
the last 4
Then Alonso
years.
is surely leaving.
Yeah.
Well, Honda is now for 3 years in Formula One, and
Or almost.
yeah, almost, and they haven't big improvements right now on reliability, for example. So
But the McLaren chassis shows how fast the McLaren can be, actually.
Yeah.
The chassis is really good.
to come back to Aston Martin, like Dimitar asked, at first they might be the title sponsor, like Aston Martin, Red Bull Racing,
That'd be
and
good.
also rumors for 2021 when the new engine rules could came, that they also build engines for Red Bull.
Yeah.
So it will
And-
be a long time. I mean,
Yeah, can
which-
we go
which-
to the next
which en-
topic?
which engines?
Has Hamilton already won the World Championship?
This is going a bit too far, mate. We need to slow down. So, what do we think about Sainz and the Renault thing? What do we think about that?
I am really happy for Carlos. He's a really talented driver, and I really wanted him to
Yeah.
you know, to get into a top seat.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy for him.
Yeah,
Same.
that was a good decision because
Red Bull was just wasting him into a Rosso.
They are wasting many good drivers.
Yeah, but he's just alone, I guess.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah,
good competition with Palmer, unlike when he was with Kvyat.
Another driver that Red Bull could
Bull's is going.
easily waste right now is Pierre Gasly, in my opinion. There are rumors that he might not be the driver who comes to replace Carlos Sainz, and instead, because of the Honda partnership, Toro Rosso could take
Yeah.
Nobuharu Matsushita from F2.
What do you
Yeah.
think about this? What if they replace Kvyat and take both Matsushita and Gasly? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, I think that's possible because they did also replace, when was it, Buemi and Alguersuari with Ricciardo and
Oh yeah,
and
Yeah,
later
but
also with Verstappen and Sainz with for who was it? I don't know. I don't remember.
it was a
yeah.
bit unfair how they replaced Kvyat with Max Verstappen last year.
Yeah, but
Yeah. But I think it's possible because Kvyat doesn't perform that that good.
but
4 points or oh my.
doesn't Matsushita need to do like top 5? No, top 3
Top
in
3, he
GB?
needs to be in the top 3.
Yeah, to
Wh-
actually get the
Where's
drive.
where's Matsushita in Formula 2?
No clue.
Now, know what place?
Yeah, because everyone knows it's Formula Leclerc
Leclerc.
at this point. So, where is he on the standings?
Matsushita is in P6 in the GB2 F2 Championship this year for now.
Oh,
Hmm?
well, it's possible.
And he's 37 points behind P3, which is Artem Markelov. So, yeah, it's gonna be difficult for him to do top 3.
Well, it's possible, but I don't think it will happen.
Yeah, but does Toro Rosso really want Kvyat for one one more year?
Probably.
Yeah,
I mean, Kvyat's not that bad driver, except when he crashes.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
crashed yesterday.
Yeah, he locked up.
I guess he realized too late that he locked up.
yeah, but it's his own fault. Okay,
Yeah, he could have gone to the escape road, but I don't know.
so
But he thought he would do the corner and just
He
crash.
always realizes
Adam.
too late, guys.
yeah. So next topic is it has Hamilton won the championship?
Don't think. No.
No.
At first, why was he driver of the day? I don't know.
Should have
For
been
me, it
Palmer.
was Carlos Sainz.
Okay, of course he did a good. If you think about it, like yes, Hamilton did good. He controlled everything. He did a good race, but
Yeah,
compared to Sainz and no.
Yeah, but
I-
he's in a Mercedes and Sainz is in a Toro Rosso.
and also Sainz probably would have landed on 4th or 5th without any other failures except Vettel, Raikkonen, and Verstappen. And Palmer had very big luck that he got 6th. I mean, many drivers had failures that would have landed ahead of Palmer. Oh, my voice. So, Hamilton. I don't think Hamilton has won the championship already because Vettel is 28 points behind. And in 2010, Vettel was 31 points behind. And he
In
was
2012.
world champion back there.
And in 2012 as well.
Yeah.
The difference now, though, is that Sebastian doesn't have the fastest car. You know, Mercedes are clearly the favorites, and they clearly have the fastest car compared to Ferrari. And so, yeah, that makes Sebastian not the favorite, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, well, the Ferrari's chassis is better than the Mercedes chassis.
Yeah, that is true, but I'm talking as a whole package, you know, engine plus chassis,
Yeah,
you know,
then the
Mercedes is the
Mercedes
better
wins,
car.
I guess.
Yeah.
I think we could wait for an engine failure by the Mercedes.
Yeah.
So
Well-
Nieren can do that like a GIF again, where the thing goes scrap.
Boom, boom,
That's what
boom.
was gold.
Well, if
So-
they haven't engine failure, they will lose much power with such old engines. So I think Ferrari still has a chance. And anybody who knows Vettel is he will come back stronger and will bring in everything he has.
He did the same thing in 2010, so it's possible. But they are Mercedes track.
But
There are
The
Japan. There are Malaysia. Like the Mercedes will gain like a second down those straights. Race,
The constructors championship is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
102
100
points.
points. Yeah, that just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Kimi wasn't that consistent and didn't have that many good results.
Yeah, Kimi really has been inconsistent. You know, one weekend he's 25 seconds off Sebastian, and the other weekend he gets pole at the most skill-demanding
Yeah.
track on the calendar.
Yeah.
But Monaco was the race after his child was born, or not? I guess so. He maybe had extra motivation there.
Well, he
I
had.
think that Kimi needs to pull his head out of his ass. Sorry, kids, but that's the truth. Like Ferrari can't win a championship with a driver like this. If it's this close between the cars, they can't have someone as inconsistent. Like, look at Bottas, for example. He's actually quite consistent with his pace. Of course, Lewis has his better days where he's like untouchable compared to him. But
Yeah.
Bottas is still containing his pace and doing what he's supposed to do compared to Kimi. That's my point of view.
Yeah, but Bottas also hasn't been, you know, like Mr. Consistent. You know, especially in the last few races, he didn't have a very good race at Belgium.
Yeah, but
Italy, his
because-
qualifying was
because-
poor, and Singapore, he was 7/10 off the pace from
Yeah,
Hamilton.
like,
Bottas
I-
something
I-
is really
I
good.
can agree with Singapore. It was really poor by Bottas. So
yeah, maybe he's a bit frustrated because he's number 2 driver right now, and
yeah,
maybe that's the reason why.
Next topic.
Well, there were rumors in the paddock this weekend that BWT might buy Force India. Opinions,
I don't
guys?
think they will buy Force India. I don't think so. I don't want them to either.
Yeah, I don't know. They're just sponsoring other series right now, like DTM or Sophia Flörsch, or for Maximilian Günther. So I don't know if it makes sense that they buy Force India, but for Force India themselves, it would be very good because Vijay Mallya has
yeah.
financial
That-
problems.
What they should do instead is just give them all their money. I think that's a good idea. So yeah, should we do like predictions for the next race or something?
No, about Honda and
Yeah, we've got the whole announcements that were made on Friday. McLaren, Renault, Toro Rosso, Honda, Sainz, all these things. Who do you think is the biggest winner and loser out of this whole thing?
McLaren.
Ferrari is the biggest loser by far.
What has Ferrari got
Right.
to do with all these things with McLaren, Honda, Renault?
He's talking about
I
the
don't know.
Honda and Toro Rosso deal.
What?
Well, McLaren is a winner because Honda they don't need Honda engines anymore, but Renault isn't that good like Mercedes or Ferrari, so we will see. But they will perform better than with Honda.
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah.
the Renault engine is a race-winning engine. I mean, Red Bull have won a race this year with this engine.
Yeah,
So I guess McLaren make a good chassis, you know. They might be up there with Red Bull, battling for, you know, when Mercedes and Ferrari are not there.
yeah, they have to develop closer the chassis with the engine.
True. Because if you look at like some tracks, they were like 18 miles per hour, like away from the top or something. Like that's a lot of time.
And to think of Honda targeting top 3 with Toro Rosso for next year. Yeah, that's not happening in my
Yeah,
opinion.
they're gonna do that with Toro Rosso. Okay.
At first they have to finish.
Yeah, but this
Oh.
environment is perfect for Honda, isn't it? Like, it's not McLaren when they are under pressure all the time. There are Toro Rosso where they can work, you know, calmly just on the engine,
Yeah.
focusing on, you know, performance and reliability rather than being attacked by Fernando Alonso all the time.
Yeah, but does Honda really want to be in a team where they're not pushing for the championship?
Honda is one of the biggest engine builders in the world. Like, you can see also in IndyCar, but I don't know why they build engines that go explode every time. I don't know.
Like the Indy 500, where
Yeah.
Alonso's engine
Yeah.
blew up. I was like, nah, you can't be serious. Like,
But in
No.
general, the Honda engines in IndyCar are ways better than in F1.
except Alonso's. Everything he sits in explodes.
I heard about Palmer giving him a ride and the car actually broke down. You guys heard about that? At the Italian Grand Prix?
Basically, Alonso's parade car broke down
To the driving
on their
party?
way to the Great
Yeah.
Italian Grand Prix, and
Yeah.
Palmer gave him a ride.
Karma.
Yeah, I think we're done with the topics like that we have. So
Yeah.
should we do like predictions?
Top
top
three,
top
I guess.
top 3 in quali and top 5 in the race.
Alright, who's gonna go first then?
I can go first.
Alright, go then.
Hamilton first in quali, Vettel second, Bottas third. Same on the first 3 in the race. Raikkonen fourth, and then Verstappen.
Okay, good. Who
That's
wants
my
who
prediction.
wants to go second then? Dominic?
Okay.
Dominic? Andy? Who?
From
Right, Dominic.
Well, in quali, I agree with Rasmus. Hamilton, Vettel, then Bottas. But in the race, I don't really know. Well, I say Vettel wins. And then Hamilton, Bottas, Raikkonen, and Ricciardo.
Right then. Andy?
Someone need to do Lewis Hamilton engine failure for the fans. Like if it happens.
Yeah. So Andy, you wanna go?
The scenes.
Andy, you wanna go now?
Yeah.
Andy.
Noxy, go.
Okay, I'll go. For Paul, I think Hamilton and Vettel and Bottas, like Rasmus said. For the race, I think Hamilton will win. Vettel will be second, Raikkonen third, and Bottas fourth, Ricardo fifth.
Okay.
Ryan? Who wants to go? Henry, you wanna go now or should I go?
I'll go last.
Alright, so it's my turn now. So for quali, I'm gonna say Hamilton, Bottas, Vettel. As for the race, I'm gonna go for Vettel, Bottas, Hamilton, Raikkonen, Ricardo.
That's a bit optimistic.
Yeah.
Engine failure by Hamilton, or what do you mean?
No, I put him third. I put Hamilton
Ah.
third.
Oh no, why is it always me?
So I think it's Henry left only. So you wanna say your predictions?
Well, I think for quali, Bottas, Ricardo, and Hamilton.
What?
Yeah,
What you
Renault
been
engine
smoking?
is second.
and for the race, Hamilton, Vettel, Ricardo.
Henrik, I
Fourth.
need to know what you've been smoking today.
Like when they said for quali for Singapore that Renault would beat a Mercedes in quali.
Yeah.
He wants a shoey.
Yeah. Well, like in quali, it was close. I think Hülkenberg was just 2 tenths behind Bottas, but still. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
well,
I think he can perform in Malaysia.
I thought Hulkenberg would perform better, but unfortunately these hydraulic problems came. But I don't know. It's always when Hulkenberg has a good pace, there is some kinds of problems. I don't understand.
The sad thing is that Hülkenberg is not by any means a bad driver.
No, he's definitely, he has so much talent. I would love to see him in a Ferrari at some time in the past.
Yeah, but I mean that's probably not gonna happen. If someone is gonna get a Ferrari seat anytime soon, it's either gonna be Charles Leclerc or Antonio Giovinazzi.
That's like 2
Yeah.
years in front or something. I think Leclerc should go to Sauber, Haas, and then Ferrari. I think that's possible. Okay, what do you think about this? Kubica to Williams.
I would love it, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, but
And if Felipe gets offered another year contract, then he will stay surely.
No, he
you know,
doesn't.
if Massa has the option to stay, he'll stay. But if
Well, I
he's not,
actually thought Massa
like,
retired this season after the season, but
He won't.
he announced he will come back.
no, I mean, it doesn't matter. Well, I would love to see Paul Di Resta next year in the Williams.
Oh yeah, that's a good shout. He did really good
Yeah.
in Hungary when he was called up
It
With-
won't
without-
happen.
without any preparations.
When he last sit in a
Could that
F1
happen
car,
with
2012,
2013,
I guess,
2013.
or 13,
13. He drove for
or
Force.
14.
He drove for Force
It
India in
was 12.
13. I'm sure.
Yeah, a few years ago.
13. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
It'd be good to see a return from him.
Yeah. Because he's a shit commentator.
Yeah, if it doesn't work out, just like Kim Räikkönen said, he should go back to the reporting stuff.
Yeah.
Well, in DTM, he isn't that really good.
I think Paul Di Resta should just go away. And Weber can do the commentating. Or Jensen.
You sound just like Kimi.
Well, we basically
doesn't.
live next to each other.
Neighbor countries. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was a bit long, but
Yeah.
the production quality wasn't great, but it will be better next time.
Yeah, so that has been all for today's podcast. If you enjoyed it, guys, please do hit the like button. Also, maybe comment down below what are your thoughts of it. What are your thoughts of it? Maybe share your thoughts on the race starts, on whatever you want in the comments down below. Whichever topic we
And
talked
put
about.
your predictions in.
Yeah, and
Yes.
put your
And sub
predictions in.
to F1 is my city. Link in description.
And follow me on Twitter because I'm pretty funny guy, but I'm not child friendly. So if you're under age of 13, you should not follow me. It's not good. It's not good for your health, but follow me either way. So thanks.
You can
Goodbye.
follow us all on Twitter.
Yeah.
Link in
Yes.
description.
Twitter links in the description down below, and whoever has a YouTube channel, the link will be also in the description down below. But yeah, guys, that has been all for this podcast. As I said, like the video if you did, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and also share the video, if you liked it, so more people can see it.
Bye.
And yeah, bye. We'll see you next
Bye.
time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. It was a pleasure.
Goodbye. See you next time. Have a nice day.